So, Bobby.
Oh, what's this nice image?
So I was thinking,
Hmm.
when we talked about the applications of surge coil,
Mm-hmm.
we talked briefly about space applications, right? So in these space applications, the surge coils are just basically detecting the magnetic field. But I thought, so even for flux gates, a lot of flux gates are used in space applications. But I thought last time we didn't really explain clearly to the students how flux gates and surge coils are used in the space kind of industry, and also the number of missions, that so many countries have space missions, the number of space missions that the countries have done, and then the number of flux gates and surge coils they have used in their overall space system. So here's a nice picture. I thought, this was from an article by D.M. Miles, but this picture is actually a NASA picture.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at, after kind of going through this, you probably think, oh, we are actually very lucky, that we have sensors and so many instruments to kind of get an indication of our Earth. So here, if you look at this picture,
Mm-hmm.
You see some power systems here.
Okay.
So any kind of geomagnetic disturbance, right, can induce flow in electrical power distribution systems. So, and then, the downside of that is obviously you take large sections of grid and can cause kind of premature aging of transformers, right? So here, now these geomagnetic disturbances can also cause current in pipelines, right, or submarine cables. So these are basically earth currents, and that accelerates corrosion. Now, if you're talking about GPS, another thing that we used a lot, that we use a lot in here,
Correct.
On Earth, let's say, and that can cause a lot of multipath interference with the radio signals required for the GPS. So it can degrade or interrupt services. Space radiation can also cause operation anomalies in airplanes, and also degrade a lot of the aircraft electronics. And if you're talking about spacecraft electronics, it can also cause a lot of damage to these spacecraft electronics. So
what is the sensor doing?
I'll get to that. So it's very important we take steps to protect this, or rather predict the space weather, and mitigate these effects, because there are a lot of effects, and these are very important infrastructures from Earth's point of view. And I don't know about the other planets, but from Earth's point of view, these are very important infrastructures that are being affected by these geomagnetic disturbances. Now, but to do this,
you need to somehow measure it.
Yes, we need a better understanding of the physical processes, right, that cause these different kind of phenomena. This means what? This means we need to study the magnetic fields.
Correct.
And the plasma dynamics in the near Earth surface. And this is where your surge coil and Fluxgate magnetometers come into the picture.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, in the space application.
Yes. So we want to predict, and we want to get a very good idea of how these different types of magnetic fields kind of work in the atmosphere. So to do that, we need the surge coils and Fluxgates magnetometers. Now, so just to get an idea, these are some of the space missions that have used Fluxgate magnetometers. So generally, these kind of space systems, they have what you call a boom, right? So boom is something like this. It has an elbow or hinge, and you can actually extend this boom. And this boom has such called magnetometers or Fluxgate meters. Okay. So here I just got an article. I'm sure you heard of Aditya L1, Indian space mission, the recent one in 2024. So it's a nice article saying successful deployment of magnetometer boom on Aditya L1 orbit. So the sensors that you just studied were used in a very recent space mission by the ISRO. Yes. And here, this is where another picture showing the boom. This is in their workshop in the Department of Space, where they are installing these Fluxgates and such called magnetometers. Also, they're used in satellites. Here's an example of, I think this is a Korean satellite. So instead of a boom, you can also attach these magnetometers, Fluxgate and surge coil on the. So these are solar panels, I believe. Yeah. So you can attach them on the solar panels. So I mean, these Fluxgates and surge coils must be very rugged, I guess. Right? And also, I'm sure the measurements are very accurate to measure all this, because we are not just measuring a magnetic field. We are measuring disturbances, the changes in magnetic fields. So to do that, as you said, resolution becomes very important, not just the strength. So I think thought of for to kind of show the students that yes, what you study can be very important, have very real applications.